What if someone you overlooked every single day, someone you barely noticed, could utterly destroy everything you've ever worked for? At Greenwood and Associates, a prestigious firm known for its sharp executives in tailored suits, confidence was the currency. The leaders walked with heads held high, radiating power, while cleaners like Ella Turner remained unseen, invisible to the eyes of those at the top. But soon, those very leaders, so accustomed to dismissing others, would face the devastating cost of their arrogance. They underestimated Ella Turner, and it was a mistake that would change everything. Don't miss this story. Subscribe now and enjoy a tale of resilience, karma, and justice. Nestled in the heart of San Francisco, surrounded by glassy skyscrapers that shimmered in the sunlight, stood Greenwood and Associates. This was no ordinary firm. Renowned for its exceptional consulting services, the company had built its reputation by guiding tech giants to unimaginable success. High-profile clients, lucrative deals, and some of the brightest minds in the industry flocked here. But not all employees shared the same spotlight. The janitors, administrative staff, and other support workers, they were little more than shadows, rarely acknowledged and often treated as cogs in a well-oiled machine. Ella Turner was one such shadow. Donning her navy blue janitor's uniform, with her hair neatly tied back and a cleaning cart in tow, she blended seamlessly into the background. To management, Ella was just another invisible worker, a faceless figure performing thankless tasks. But behind that quiet exterior lay a secret that could shatter the very foundation of Greenwood and Associates. Ella Turner wasn't just a janitor. She was the founder and majority shareholder of the company. Years ago, when Greenwood and Associates was still finding its footing, Ella had poured her heart and soul into building the firm. However, health challenges forced her to step back, handing the reins to her cousin, Luke Turner, who assumed the role of CEO. For years, Ella remained in the shadows, silently observing the company's trajectory. But as time passed, it became clear that the values she had instilled, integrity, respect, and fairness, had been lost. It was time for her to step in, but she couldn't reveal herself just yet. She needed to see the truth for herself. Every morning, Ella arrived at the office before dawn, her routine precise and deliberate. She mopped the floors, emptied trash bins, and polished windows, all while quietly observing the dynamics of the workplace. The stark contrast between her humble cleaning cart and the luxurious offices wasn't lost on her. Yet, what truly caught her attention wasn't the grandeur of the building, but the people who inhabited it. One man stood out, Liam Carter, the CEO. Tall, impeccably dressed, and exuding an air of entitlement, Liam carried himself with arrogance that was impossible to ignore. To him, anyone beneath his rank was insignificant, whether they were junior consultants, receptionists, or janitors like Ella. His dismissive attitude was matched only by Monica Hayes, the chief strategy officer. Monica, with her sharp tongue and disdainful glances, treated support staff as mere obstacles to her ambitions. As Ella quietly swept the hallways outside their offices, she often overheard conversations that revealed the depth of their arrogance. One day, Monica's voice drifted through the door. "I don't see why we keep the janitorial staff around. They're useless, barely do their jobs properly." Liam's laugh echoed in response. "Exactly. They should be grateful we even let them work here. Replacing them would be easy." Ella's heart sank. Hearing their blatant disdain for the hard-working staff only solidified her resolve. This was her company, a company she had built with pride and purpose, and it was being run by individuals who had no respect for its foundation. But she had to bide her time. Patience was her greatest ally. Day by day, her observations painted a grim picture. Liam wasn't just dismissive, he was toxic. His behavior, particularly toward junior staff, was condescending and cruel. But what disturbed Ella most was how his actions turned personal, aimed directly at her. At first, she dismissed his glances as mere arrogance. But soon, they became something darker, something she couldn't ignore. One morning, as she mopped the floor outside his office, Liam stopped, his gaze lingering. "Ella," he drawled, pointing to an already clean spot on the floor. "You could try harder, especially when someone as charming as me is watching." His smirk sent a shiver down her spine, but she forced a polite smile. "Of course, Liam. I'll redo it." But his comments escalated. "You know," he whispered one day, stepping uncomfortably close, "you don't belong here. Someone as pretty as you could do better, with the right mentorship." His meaning was clear, and Ella's blood boiled. Yet, she kept her composure. "Thank you, but I'm happy where I am," she replied, her voice steady despite the rage bubbling within. The final straw came one evening in the parking garage. Liam cornered her, his tone predatory. "You should reconsider, Ella. Work with me, and I'll make sure you're taken care of. Resist, and, well, let's just say cleaning jobs are easy to replace." His threat was unmistakable, but so was her resolve. She stared him down, her voice like steel. "Liam, if you cross this line again, you'll regret it." The next day, Ella arrived not as a janitor, but as the rightful leader of Greenwood and Associates. Clad in a tailored suit, she strode into the boardroom, where Liam and Monica sat smugly. Their faces turned ghostly as Luke introduced her. "Meet Ella Turner, the founder and majority shareholder." The room erupted in murmurs. Liam stammered, his bravado crumbling. You can't be serious." Ella's voice cut through the chaos. "I've seen enough. Your actions have betrayed the trust this company was built on. Effective immediately, you're fired." Liam's protests fell on deaf ears. Security escorted him out, his arrogance replaced with defeat. Ella turned to the stunned board members. "This company will no longer tolerate disrespect or abuse. Integrity, fairness, and respect will be our foundation moving forward." Under Ella's leadership, Greenwood and Associates transformed. Toxicity was eradicated, and employees once overlooked found their voices. The company thrived, not just as a business, but as a community built on trust and respect. Looking out over the San Francisco skyline, Ella felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The storm had passed, and the future was bright. Karma had indeed come full circle.